Boy, would this be a storybook ending for him. Walk-off. Let's say the thought probably creeped into his mind.
Fly ball left field. Heredia is going back toward the wall. It did creep into everybody's mind. It's a two-run walk-off home run. Luke Williams. Yes, sir. How about this welcome to Philadelphia? Luke, I know you mentioned your family. We've showed them a lot the last couple of days. And I know it's great that, like you said, it's great to have them witness this. I mean, what is that like to give them this gift?
You're going to make me cry.
Sorry.
Can't even explain it. It's pretty awesome.
You just think about the 10-day period that he's had, what he did for USA Baseball and the tournament that he had there. Then to be called up, his parents were in South Florida, flew all the way back to California, I think on Sunday or Monday, and then flew back here to witness his first hit last night, his home run. Pretty special time for that family.
It was electric, absolutely electric. We're actually sitting in the training room watching the game because our clubhouse TVs went out. So we kind of spoke it into existence, I guess. We're like, he's going to do it right here. Captain America is going to end this right here. And the next pitch, he clubbed it. So it was awesome. It was just so much energy and so much passion. I could speak for him saying that he probably had a pretty good night.
Well, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else we really have to say. I think that's the end of the open for this. It's just incredible. The whole thing was incredible last night, and even the aftermath. We saw the comments from Joe Girardi and Luke Williams and Zach Eflin, and the comments went on and on and on in the clubhouse. You could have went through the streets of Philadelphia and gotten the same kind of comments. It was a pretty amazing night. As far as a regular season game goes, I mean, that's up there. I mean, it's up there not only for this season, but over the last 10 years.
It just doesn't get any better. You could sit down with a pen and paper and try and write something like that, and it's not going to be as equal as what we saw last night.
All right, so let's go right to it. This is the swing, and there goes the ball. How about the catch by the guy,
awesome
too,
catch.
who gave the ball back as well?
He got the ball back, and rightfully so, but it was just a magical moment. And for an offense that was just, lackluster, for lack of a better term, last night, the Phillies were able to somehow eke out a win. They got Zach Wheeler going on the mound today. So you take a look. It's a very short list of first career home run walk-offs dating back from 1921 up until last night. This is just a memorable moment for the young man.
Yeah, the last one was David Doster on June 21st, 1996 against Bruce Ruffin, of all people, with the Colorado Rockies. Rick Joseph did his against Ron Paranowski. Might as well do it again. He's in the lineup. He's playing third base. Zach Wheeler, Ian Anderson. The culmination of this three-game series is coming up. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Toyota Camry, now with available all-wheel drive. Visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. By Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. Nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. Break free from the big three and save with Xfinity Mobile. Playing third base today, Alec Boehm getting this afternoon off. It's sort of a tropical day here at the ballpark. It's breezy, it's warm. Let's look at the Braves lineup brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Ronald Acuna Jr. leads it off, and then Freddie Freeman bats second. So Acuna and Freeman have combined for 25 hits against Wheeler. Freeman's numbers are through the roof with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. They will face Zach Wheeler, making his third start against the Atlanta Braves this year. He comes in overall 4-3 at 2.51 ERA. Gosh, his record should be better than that, the way he's pitched.
I agree.
Ronald Acuna Jr. will lead things off. He's 3 for 7 in this series. Hitless last night. And the first pitch of the night or the day. Take it outside. We're underway. The count is 1-0. That one came in at 100 miles an hour.
No big deal.
Acuna, 5 doubles, 3 home runs against the Phillies this year. So he's reached base safely in 18 straight. Fly ball left field. It's pretty breezy. Not that that's going to do much to this ball as McCutchen makes the catch. And 1 out.
Oh, if you can throw that 98-mile-an-hour sinker underneath the hands of Acuna, that's a good result there for Zach Wheeler.
Wheeler enters today's ball game first in the National League in innings pitched at 82 1/3. Third in strikeouts. Scherzer's number 1 at 104, and Wheeler has 100. 12th in ERA. DeGrom a 0.62 ERA. I don't think anybody's touching him. As Freeman fouls it back, it's 0-1. And 11th in batting average against. Low slugging percentage against. All the numbers. He's in the top 10 or top 15 in Major League Baseball in all these categories. He just doesn't like the baseballs right now.
No.
Although, as Pete Alonso said, Major League Baseball changes them from time to time.
How about that comment?
No balls and 1 strike to Freeman. Swing and a miss. Threw him a slider at 94. It's 0-2. Freeman hitting .224 this year. 13 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Wheeler set to go. On the same page as Knapp. And it's upstairs. 1-2. Zach and Andrew have worked together a number of times because of the injury to JT Realmuto. So this is not an uncomfortable matchup. Ground ball right side into the ship. Segura throws him out. 2 outs. And Ozzie Albies is coming up. And we take a look at our Citizens stats leaders. Citizens, the official bank of the Philadelphia Phillies. Highest percentage of hits that are extra base hits. And Albies is number 4. Shohei Ohtani's number 1. He hit a 470-foot home run the other night.
Yeah.
After he struck out 10 the night before.
It's ridiculous. Reminded me of the ball that Bo Jackson hit in the 1987 All-Star game off Rick Russell.
Oh, yeah, the one in Anaheim?
Yeah.
Where the fan ran onto the covered seats.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought it was a hard plastic, but it was just a tarp, but he kept, like the fanatic, falling into the seats.
Yep.
0-1 to Albies. Popped up over near the Braves dugout. Williams tried to get to a spot, and he ran out of room. And it's 0-2.
You mentioned Andrew working with Wheeler. 5 games he's been behind the plate to the tune of a 1.73 ERA for Wheeler.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Do you guys look at that as catchers?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering because, I throw that out there every once in a while, what the numbers are.
Pitchers get caught up in it, though.
Oh, they do?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, the 0-2 pitch coming to Albies. Foul back. Does that bother you guys as catchers when pitchers get caught up in it?
It kind of hurts your pride a little bit. But, you can't let it affect you when a professional. Obviously, you want your pitcher to be the most comfortable out there, and the more comfortable he can be, the more W's he's going to get.
Wheeler's ready to go, and here's the 0-2 pitch to Albies again. He went around. In fact, he dropped the bat. He may have hurt his hands. First strikeout of the day for Zach Wheeler, and it culminates a 1-2-3 first inning. He threw just 10 pitches. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first inning, Juan Castro going over some defensive drills with Luke Williams. Williams is in the lineup today for the Phillies. Let's look at that Phillies lineup brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Odubel leads it off, then Gene Segura. Bryce Harper bats third. Rhys Hoskins 29 two-strike hits, tied for 4th most in Major League Baseball. He also has 6 home runs with 2 strikes. And he's trying to break, I said 0 for 12 on the crossover, but it's 0 for 16, 0 for his last 16. Odubel Herrera leads it off. He came in late yesterday, and he takes a strike into the game, not to the ballpark. He was early yesterday. Facing Ian Anderson, making his 12th start. And Anderson delivers high. All 3 of his starts against the Phillies in his career have come this season. Got a little different delivery than what you normally see in this day and age. I don't know if you get caught up in the way he shifts his feet before he brings his hands up and gets ready to roll. Fastball at 95. It's 2-2.
Hey, just kind of rolls right into it.
Yeah. It's I don't want to say mechanical, maybe methodical.
I know one thing, and you just saw it right there. You got to make sure you get your foot down when he does that, because it is very, I wouldn't say very, but it is slightly unorthodox. And if you're not ready, you don't get that foot down, that's going to be the result. You're going to be tardy.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Herrera, hitting .269 overall with 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. And he asked for time. He has 2 plate appearances against Anderson. He's 0 for 1 against him. And a bit low, 3-2. I will say this, that even though it doesn't seem this way, because there have been some slower games, and of course then there was the big game against the Reds where the Phillies scored all those runs as ball 4 is taken by Odubel. The Phillies are hitting better in June. It's only 6 games. This is 7. But scoring 7 runs per game. But it's, you got to put it in perspective. There were 17 runs scored in the one.
Yeah.
But Joe will take it.
Absolutely.
He'll take 7 runs each night. Here's Segura. Gene, in his last 13, his OPS is .897. His batting average at .336. And his overall average at .315. And he shoots it foul. 0-1.
See Gene trying to take a poke at that hole between Freeman and Albies. It's a big one.
1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies as a team hitting .237. That's 5th best in the National League. I guess more importantly, extra base hits, they're 10th. They'd love for that number to climb. They have 158 extra base hits. Yeah, there's a lot of slipping going on around that.
Yeah, he's
that
just
right side of the batter's box.
Back foot just gave out.
Saw that the other day with McCutchen. 1-2. Odubel takes his lead off first. Two balls, 2 strikes.
He's missing that spot an awful lot with that fastball. His arm is just not catching up.
Bryce Harper waits on deck. Anderson overall this year 4 wins. He had 3 wins last season. He was 3-2 a season ago. Now time is called as Kevin Smith saw something.
It's like his body's just lunging out there and his arm is dragging behind, not able to get on top. Phillies are 4 games out. They're in 3rd place. The Mets pummeled the
Orioles yesterday. Atlanta 3.5 games out. Braves were at the 500 mark for the 5th time this year. They haven't been above 500. Now, I say that not to, make fun or anything like that. It's just the division is weird. National League as a whole is kind of strange. Fouled off, and it remains 3-2.
Odubel was on the move. I'd love to see it. Just put him in motion. Get a first and third here. Even better, first to home.
Odubel does take a longer lead. He goes. Pitch fouled off again. And it remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. They're making this young man work, and let's hope that results in some runs. Odubel goes again. Pitch swung on a miss. Throw to second base. It's not in time. Segura strikes out, but a runner at second base after the steal. 8-pitch at bat. Phillies now have 37 stolen bases, which is tops in the National League. I'm sorry, which is 3rd in the National League. San Diego's tops.
And Anderson was quick to the plate. Odubel just outruns his baseball to second base.
He had a better jump the last pitch than that one. And now Harper does have a home run against Ian Anderson. Harper's 1 hit in this series is a home run, 1 for 6. Pitch outside corner, according to Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire. The veteran Randazzo behind the plate. Joe West is over at third. Nick Lentz at first. Edwin Moscoso is the umpire at second. In the dirt, blocked by Kevin Smith, and it's 1-1. Both those guys were in the game when you were playing, right? Tony Randazzo and Joe West.
Absolutely.
Well, I know Joe was.
So was Nick Lentz, I believe.
Really? Maybe you're not as old as we thought.
He's a very veteran, with the exception of Moscoso at second base. Very veteran umpiring crew.
Phillies again trying to score a run in the first inning for the first time in 13 games as Harper rolls over on one to second. And he's retired. Over to third, Odubel Herrera. And it brings Reese up to the plate. I mentioned this last night. The Phillies have scored 35 runs in the first inning of games this year. 13 home runs. The 35 runs were far and away the leader in the clubhouse in baseball for a long time. But they're scoreless in the first inning the last 13. Ebbs and flows of baseball.
Yep. You know, the Phillies have struggled with runners in scoring position, but I think they've really struggled with 2 outs runners in scoring position. Those 2-out tallies are hard to come by.
Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bruce Hoskins fans here at the ballpark. I think everybody's a fan of these uniforms the Phillies are wearing. Curveball bounced on the ground, foul. Phillies are at 250 with runners in scoring position. 223 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside. Red Sox are at 270.
Jeez.
With runners in scoring position and 2 outs. The Braves are at 269. Angels have played better despite the fact that Trout's out still for another till after the All-Star break, it sounds like.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch. Pulled past Odubel Herrera. 2-2. Little Green Acres in the background.
Twos are wild.
Over to third again. Staying alive. I think Vin Scully used to say that, Ben. Twos are wild.
Did he?
I think he did.
He tweeted out a photo. He was at Dodger Stadium yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah.
He looks great.
He does look great. I still remember the look on your face when you came in his last year and he said that how much Vince appreciated your football calls.
It was really
cool.
cool.
You were glowing.
It was cool.
As you should be.
Yeah, the 2-2 again. Inside 3-2. He's always been, you know, everybody knows how close we were all to Harry. I mean, we were with him for so long. But Vin's always been that guy. Vin and Ernie Harwell, 2 legendary broadcasters who always made time for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Hoskins. Pulled foul again. I think I've told this story before about Ernie Harwell, the longtime voice of the Detroit Tigers. I did stats for him one time when I was just out of college and was doing Princeton football games, and he asked me how I was keeping stats because I didn't have a stat person. I didn't have a Carl then, although I think Carl was at the games. And he showed me how to keep score, being basically a one-man show with Walt Perez, who everybody knows here in Philadelphia is my partner. 3-2. The pitch out towards center field, not deep. Ender Inciarte comes under it, and he makes the catch. The inning is over. 26 pitches in the inning. No runs, no hits, and a man left. We'll go to the second in a scoreless game. 2021 Google MLB All-Star Ballot. Vote daily at MLB.com/vote. And on Google by searching for your favorite Phillies players to send them to Colorado. On to the second inning. Scoreless game. Zach Wheeler delivers a fastball to Austin Riley. And it's 0-1. Riley 306 for the year, 11 home runs. Right side, can Segura get there? He does. Gets to his feet, throws to first. What a play. He has played some Gold Glove second base on this homestand alone.
Without a doubt. It's one thing to get to it, but to get to his feet as quickly as he did, remarkable. He's got a long way to go.
This is a great shot. That shows you how far he had to go.
Does this push-up while sliding head first. Gets to his feet. You know what kind of arm he has.
There's Dansby Swanson, who has 1 hit against Zach Wheeler in his career. It's a double. That's it. And Wheeler starts him off with a slider on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, he's 1 for 20 with 8 punch-outs.
Overall, a .234. An outstanding defensive shortstop. He's a solid player. Braves acquired from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Curveball. That got a piece of nab. Above the waist, though, I'd like to point out.
Thankfully.
0-2.
Poor guy.
balls, 2 strikes. Over to third. Williams, and that's foul. Went off the foot of Dansby Swanson. Time now for a Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow. Today, strikeouts per 9 innings. Wheeler at 10.93. Again, a category that I don't think DeGrom's going to get caught.
No. And it's something to see Wheeler on that, because he'll be the first one to tell you, hey, I'll take a ground ball on second pitch of the at-bat. But he does have the ability to punch your ticket.
The 0-2 outside. Even his last outing against the Nationals, case in point, 11 ground ball outs. Now he had 8 strikeouts also. So 19 of the 22 strikeout or ground out. Check swing, foul ball. miles an hour on the 4-seam fastball. Zach Wheeler throws his 4-seamer 99, his 2-seamer 98, or in that neighborhood. But there's only less than a mile-per-hour difference between the two. See his numbers here at Citizens Bank Park this year. Stretch them out overall, they're just as dominant. And he fires the 1-2 again. Decided to unleash a curveball, and it's 2-2. Started to a good at bat for Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, he's seen it well out of his hand.
Over to third, and Luke Williams has it. And in time, 2 outs. You never have to miss your Phillies with the My Teams app. Stream all of our games, including pre- and post-game live, presented by your Delaware Valley Chevy dealers.
I may or may not have been using that. My daughter's lacrosse game last weekend.
Oh, the My Teams app?
Yeah.
Smart on your part. John would use it if he could figure it out. Here is Abraham Almonte, 3 for 7 with a walk in the series, 0-1.
Didn't Sarge have a tough time finding the App Store? He didn't know where it was
Sarge
located?
did have that. He explained that story the other day to somebody. I forget where I heard him talking.
The golf tournament.
Is that where it was?
Yes.
0-2.
I said, where's it near?
It's so funny. Larry Anderson almost fell off his chair when he said that day. Two men down here in the top of the second. Scoreless game. Game 3 of this series between the Phillies and the Braves. Each team is 1-1 and has come from behind to win 1. And on the outside corner, Andrew Knapp, he was up and ready to move. Second strikeout for Wheeler. Little slider that cut back. And a 1-2-3 inning again. McCutchen, Williams, and Knapp when we return in the bottom of the second. Oh. Yeah?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Andrew McCutchen leads it off as we go to the bottom of the second. Kutch fouls the first one from Ian Anderson. Kutch overall at 221 with 10 home runs. He's 1 for 8 with a run and a walk. That run and walk were part of the storyline last night. In fact, the walk was huge in last night's ball game.
Huge walk.
It preceded Luke Williams' walk-off 2-run home run. And there's Luke getting a chance to see his family, his dad Mark, after the ball game. Now Mark's soaking wet because Luke was soaking wet. As Kutch takes low, it's 1-2. And Mark and Janine Williams joining us up here in the booth, and we really appreciate it. You know, it's not oftentimes that we get a chance to see mom and dad, particularly in these times. But man, what a night last night!
Incredible. Yeah. Just a dream come true.
You guys have had a whirlwind of a week. I mean, I know Luke has, obviously. So you were down in Port St. Lucie.
Yep.
Watched him help the Team USA go to the Olympic Games. Flew home to California. And then had to fly here to Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's been crazy, but it's been a blast. Yeah. I mean, it's so exciting.
So I know he's talked about it. What has this last week, Janine, been like as mom who has watched a zillion of his games growing up and has driven him everywhere? What has it been like?
It's been amazing, you know, to see it come together. And, you know, we knew it was going to happen sooner or later because Luke's been always been a great baseball player. So, yeah, it's just incredible. You know, we're all just so excited for him.
Well, this is our Miller Lite moment, the official beer of the Phils. And Luke he deserved a fine Pilsner after this. Reaction from folks behind home plate. Great catch by that guy. He gave the baseball back.
That was really nice.
That was awesome.
I don't know. That was my favorite part, guys, just so you know. His reaction as he went to first base. I mean, what's incredible is, even now I'm getting chills listening to the fans stand up right here. Mark, talk to me about when he walked up to the plate as he pops that one into foul territory.
Get out, get out.
Yeah. Freddie obliged on that one.
Thank you, Freddie.
Talk to me about what it was like when he walked up to that plate, even in that situation.
Well, I was just hoping he'd get an opportunity to come up, because if he did, then they had a chance to win the game because they'd have somebody on base. And then anytime you get that situation, right, you're hoping for the best. I always say, oh, he's going to walk it off here. And every now and then you get right when you make that call. And so I was so happy when he squared the ball up.
One pitch to him. Ground ball, left side.
Go. Safe. Yeah, boy. Way to hustle.
All right, so where does he get the speed from? Janine, Mark, who does he get the speed from?
Well, that's a good question. Probably Janine. She's a runner. But he works hard at all parts of his game. And he's got a guy, Coach Brown, that he works with in the offseason to really keep him running hard.
He was getting down the line. One of my favorite part was when we were interviewing him after the game, and Tom asked about the family and how important that was for him to be there, and he broke down. And I mean, that to me that speaks about how closely knit you guys are. And speak to us about how that kind of stressed that growing up.
Well, we come from large families. I'm one of 8. Janine's one of 8, and so and we got probably 20 to 25 nieces and nephews on each side. So there's always been a lot of support for Luke from his uncles and other family members and cousins, and also just our community. It's just been unbelievable how people are pulling for him and hoping that he does well while he gets his opportunity. So yeah, it's been fun. I've always loved the game of baseball. I always wanted to see my kids play baseball, and we're fortunate to be able to follow Luke and our daughter Sammy, who just finished her year at Iowa State. And
Cyclone.
Yeah.
Sammy, come into this shot here. Get back here. Just get back here so everybody sees you. So did you play? You played softball? Okay. So Sam plays softball. Janine, do you think Luke looks like he's going to run here? What do you think?
It's looking like he's going to try to steal a base, but we'll see. I don't know.
I think that's what we noticed in spring training the last couple of years, just how fast he is. Seriously, I mean, it's different. The speed is different. We noticed everything else too, but the speed is different.
Yeah, that's always been a big part of his game, and hopefully he can continue it.
Swing and a miss by Andrew. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
Obviously tougher to run up here with great catchers and great players and pitchers keeping them close and moving to the plate quick, but I'm sure he'll find his opportunities.
Mark, what did you think when you saw number 30? I mean, did you ever imagine what number he might be when he was coming up to the big leagues?
No,
because you have 15 on.
Well, we just grabbed every jersey he had in his closet.
All his minor league numbers, right?
Whatever he had, we just grabbed it, said, let's wear it at the game.
I think it's great. People have asked about it. They asked, why are there so many different numbers? And we were saying, well, he's had different numbers in minor leagues.
Yeah, he's had 85 in spring training.
Right.
9.
And so it's when I saw 30, I was like, that's good. Maybe you can get that jersey dirty once in a while.
0-2 pitch coming. Outside, 1-2. You guys are from California. Luke talked about playing for Team USA. I read Mike Scioscia's comments about Luke. And, obviously, Mark, you love baseball. What did you think of that?
That was
that was
such a thrill for us to see Luke be able to play on Team USA with Mike Scioscia as the coach. I mean, we live in Laguna Niguel, Orange County, and watch the Angels growing up, and these guys growing up. I'm from Chicago originally, so kind of a Cubbies and White Sox fan.
Okay.
But to have Mike Scioscia, put him in the lineup as the leadoff guy was really special, really incredible, and then for him to be able to help the team down there, and boy, that was so much fun watching all of those guys play. They just really gelled and had a great time together.
We had a quote from Todd Frazier the other night speaking volumes about Luke. I mean, that is high praise. This one's floated out to right center. I mean, that's high praise. Of all things that Todd Frazier's accomplished in the game, and to hear him talk about your son like that, that's got to be just very gratifying.
Here's that quote from Todd, who, by the way, was mad that he was not in the lineup on when it made his first day. Why is he not in the lineup? And I said, well, they're pacing themselves. But there it is. Kid's a stud, has all the tools, fast, great defender, good bat. Could bat him first or third. Will make the big play. Not afraid of the spotlight once he understands how good a player he is. Watch out. Would have him on my team anytime.
Yeah, that was awesome to read, and
I have more. I'll show you after we're done.
Well, it was great seeing Todd Frazier just lead that team. I mean, what a pro, and made everybody feel comfortable and
made it so fun.
Yeah, made it fun. We could see that from the stands.
Ben's represented the United States as a player. It must be overwhelming to see, even though it's, this is even greater. Must be overwhelming to see him have success like that. So Ronald Acuna makes that catch. Well, guys, we're going to let you go enjoy the rest of this ball game.
Thank you for having us.
You've done great with all the media appearances you've had today. Enjoy it.
If he keeps getting hits like this, you guys might have to stay here.
Sam, thanks for joining us up here. Go Cyclones.
Yeah, we've had a blast. Thank you guys for being so hospitable and having us up here.
Yeah, no problem. All right, Luke Williams and the fam.
Thank you.
Scoreless game as we go to the third. Bundle, boxes, mailers, tape, and more. Talk to who? But WB Mason today to save on your next order. We'll check all the boxes. Looks like Matt's checking all the boxes today on the handheld. He's up above home plate. In the upper deck.
He makes his rounds, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Here's Ender Inciarte to lead it off. He's got a defensive replacement the first 2 games. Former Gold Glover playing for Heredia, who started the first 2 games. And Inciarte at 250 with no homers and 5 runs batted in. Fouled off, and it's 0-1. Boy, what a nice family, huh, Ben?
Unbelievable. You can see where Luke gets it from, huh?
Yeah. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
You put yourself in their shoes. I mean, we both have 4 kids. We're very proud of our children. You know, you're proud of the person that you hope they become.
Mm-hmm.
But set that aside. But just from a baseball standpoint, to have your kid do what he did last night, it's just, and to be there for it, I just can't imagine the emotions running through your mind. And think about, you know, him as a baby, and then he's hitting a home run in the big leagues, a walk-off. It's remarkable.
And Sam, Samantha said, graduated from Iowa State, is going to play professional softball. She played softball at Iowa State. There's the 0-2 pitch to Inciarte. Fouled off. And then it's Ike and Jake. Jake is in Mexico, so from what I read, he wasn't able to get here. But Ike was part of the family, Luke's brother. And a breaking ball just off the outside corner, 1-2. Swing and a miss. He went upstairs. That's the 3rd strikeout for Wheeler. 1 out. Kevin Smith is coming up. Well, Luke last night talked about a number of things, but he also talked about when he had his last walk-off home run.
It was going into my senior year of high school. There was a travel ball tournament with my team, CBA Marucci. I hit a walk-off in the championship to win. So, I thought that was pretty cool, but to do it in the big leagues is it's indescribable.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
CBA Marucci's a very good travel baseball team. No balls and 1 strike to Kevin Smith, 273, no homers, 1 RBI. Taps that one off his foot. And it's 0-2. I guess it probably didn't feel like he tapped it off his foot.
No. A lot of 0-2 counts today.
That one served back toward the middle, and that'll get into center field, a base hit. The softest of hits, and it's the first one of the day. For the Braves, that is. 5-0-2 counts, by the way, Ben.
Early in the 3rd. Smith just goes down and pokes this into center field. Not a terrible pitch. He goes down and kind of like a tennis backhand. Dumps it in the center.
There, Anderson hitting .071. He's 1 for 14.
We do have a catcher at first, so he bouncing here and might have a shot at second base.
Luke Williams in on the grass at 3rd. He's charging. Pitch outside, 1-0. That's in there, 1-1. As a team, the Braves pitchers have 9 sacrifices and a 181 batting average. I think 9's a pretty good number.
Mm-hmm.
Could always be higher, but in this day and age. Jabs at it. Tony Randazzo asked for a little help on that. It's 1-2. He tried to bunt, and then it went right on past his bat. That's the 4th strikeout for Wheeler. 2 outs as Ronald Acuna Jr. is coming up. Ben, what happened? What has happened to the art of bunting? Just not done enough?
It's just not done enough. And I mean, you just see that form there. I mean, that was not good form. It just wasn't.
I also wonder if some guys just didn't work on it even this offseason because they thought the DH was going to be here.
Possibly.
I think all of us did.
But it's definitely been a downward trend over the last so many years.
All right, let's be careful. The first pitch here if you're Zach Wheeler. And he delivers one just below the knees. That was awfully close. I say that because Acuna is .368 with 6 of his home runs on the first pitch. In fact, the Braves as a team, they hunt the first pitch. Acuna does, Albies does, Austin Riley does.
Freddie Freeman for sure.
Mm-hmm. One ball, 1 strike.
And why wouldn't you against someone like Wheeler? I mean, I don't want to sit around and he's got too much in the tank. Last thing you want to do is get behind in the count to someone like Zach Wheeler.
And now time is called. Short lead over at first for Kevin Smith. That may be the first changeup he's thrown today.
Yep.
And now 2-1. Over the last 10 games, the National League East has been, well, basically what they've been for the year. As Wheeler's about to throw his 40th pitch. Mets 6-4. Atlanta and the Phils 5-5. The Nats 4-6. The Marlins 2-8. Off the hands, popped up out towards short. Torreyes is there, and he makes the catch. Acuna Jr. was about 3 feet from home plate as that ball was grabbed. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by WB Mason. Talk to WB Mason about our selection of PPE, office furniture, and everything else you need to open and keep your office running safely. Who but WB Mason? It's a nice day here at the ballpark. It's kind of weird. It's there's a little bit of an overcast, a little breezy. I mentioned it feels tropical, doesn't it?
It does. The humidity, it definitely is down, though, from the last couple days.
Yes. Wheeler bunts. It's fair. And he's retired. It's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to bunt it, but he wanted to bunt it over toward 3rd.
Not a bad idea.
Here's Odubel. Odubel walked his first time up, got all the way to the 3rd as he takes outside. One and one. I think he's figured out his windup a little bit better. You know, he's more downhill than he was in the first inning. I don't know if it was that trip by Kevin Smith or if there was something else. 1-2.
Could be just a different mount. He's just not used to it.
Broke his sunglasses again.
The lens just keeps falling out.
That used to happen to him all the time.
He's quirky.
How about the shot we have in the Player of the Week? To the right side. He's at second base without the lenses on, because they had fallen out before he got a hit. 4-3 on the put out. There's Gene Segura. It's 0-1. Segura struck out his first at bat. 0-2. A little jumpy today.
Yeah, it was a bit of an overswing there. It's one of those where you just recognize right away. I mean, that was a hanger. You just get big and long and end up swinging through it.
In the dirt. Wind has shifted a little bit. Now going from right to left. And it gets away, and it's 2-2.
So Gene struck out his first at bat on one of those change-ups in the dirt. He laid off that one.
Yeah, the 2-2 pitch to Segura. Broken bat. That's a fair ball. But Acuna Jr. was playing that way, so this is only going to be a single, although it's bobbled by Acuna. So a 2-out single. It gives Bryce Harper a chance to bat here in the third.
Sure does. That bat went down a hero.
Harper grounded out in his initial at bat. Loves day games. At least his numbers show that he loves day games. I don't know if he definitively does. This year alone, during day baseball, he's hitting .385. 4 of his 8 home runs have come in day games. On this homestand, he has 3 hits. Obviously didn't come off the injured list till the homestand began. After it began. 1-0 pitch. A strike on the inside corner, 1-1.
That is remarkably drastic.
Yeah. Bryce wanted time. He didn't get it. It's a strike, 1-2. Home plate umpire does not have to offer time. I guess that might have been a little late if he had granted it. Three infielders on the right side, including Freeman holding on Segura. The ball is hit off the hands left side. Riley is up with it. And he's over in time. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Both pitchers got some ground balls going here this afternoon. We go to the 4th in a scoreless game. Your 2021 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. As we go to the top of the 4th inning. Dudes are settling in. Guys ready for the Sixers tomorrow night. Game 3 is upon us. Freddie Freeman leads it off. And Freeman takes strike one. That's a slider from Zach Wheeler. Receiver just off the plate. The trio of Zach Wheeler, Zach Eflin, and Aaron Nola are combined. The Phillies are 17-20 in games they've pitched. I think everybody admits that that number should be higher than that when those three guys are out on the hill.
Without a doubt.
Phillies are 6-6 in Zach Wheeler's games. That's because there's just been games where they haven't scored runs for him.
Yep.
Happens a lot with guys. I don't know why guys like him. I mean, look at DeGrom with the Mets.
He's got a .62 ERA and a losing record.
Foul back and it remains 1-2. Now here at Citizens Bank Park, those three are 6-3. As Rick Kranitz and Ian Anderson continue what's been an ongoing conversation today. Inside 2-2. Their decisions equate to 6-3. The team is 12-7 at home when those three guys start. Well, that makes sense because Nola's numbers are so good here. Wheeler's numbers are great here. Zach, of course, won last night. Eflin, where the Phillies did. Zach did not get a decision. As Freeman fouls it off.
But he was good. Zach Eflin was really good last night.
Very good.
Obviously what Ranger did was outstanding.
Yeah, Ranger 3 innings, 37 pitches. 2-2 pitch to Freeman. Inside, he battles back, and now it's full 3-2. And a strike three called on the inside corner. He went back to the slider. It's his 5th strikeout today.
And Freeman knew it. Just straight filth. Locked him up. Right on the black.
StatCast 3D gives you a look at where that pitch was. Ozzie Albies is coming up. Albies first time up, struck out. Gets this one in the air off the third base line. Williams will watch it go back into the crowd, deep into the crowd. Albies last night picked up his 4th triple. He now has an extra base hit in 7 of his last 8 games. He is 2nd in the league in triples. He's trying to pick up his 3rd season of at least 40 doubles, 5 triples, and 20 home runs. Popped up over the left side. Williams, sunglasses on. Near the bag, makes the catch, 2 outs. Phillies fans have already latched onto the Luke chants. And now here's Austin Riley. And just to finish that thing about Albies, if he does that, if he reaches 3 seasons of 40 doubles, at least 40 doubles, 5 triples, and 20 home runs, he'd become just the 10th player in history to have 3 such seasons.
Wow.
Stan Musial, Lou Gehrig, Roger Hornsby, Hank Greenberg, Chuck Klein. Fastball to Riley, 0-1. Mookie Betts, Ted Williams, and Al Simmons.
That's a pretty good company.
Some great company.
And you look at him, you're thinking, I mean, itty bitty guy, but man, he's got some thump.
0-2.
That's dirty. That slider is dirty.
do you think about that? Mookie Betts is the only one in this generation, basically. Outside and high, 1-2.
I mean, that's not just good company. That is elite company.
Oh, yeah. One-two pitch coming to Austin Riley, who grounded out his first time. Swing and a miss and a looping curveball. 6 strikeouts for Wheeler. And a 1-2-3 top half of the 4th inning. We're on to the bottom of the 4th. That little guy's looking for some offense when we return. BuyAToyota.com to find your 2021 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. It'll be Rhys Hoskins, Andrew McCutchen, Luke Williams for the Phillies as we go to the home 4th inning. Ian Anderson, and he delivers ball 1, 1-0. Rhys flied out to center field his last time up, trying to break this 0 for 17.
Saw a lot of pitches in that first at bat.
Popped up over near Freddie Freeman. Battle in the sun, makes the catch. 1 out. Andrew McCutchen coming up. The Home Depot getting more done. Last 8 games for McCutchen. He's hitting .357 with 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in, an OPS of 1188. Counting the at-bat he had in the 2nd inning, he's 6 for 19 on the homestand. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. McCutchen's now 3 for 8 against Ian Anderson. Outside corner, 0-2.
And that could have been even, those numbers could be even better. We got robbed of a couple extra base hits last night.
Yes, he did. Over to left side. Big hop for Dansby Swanson. 2 outs. And Luke Williams coming up.
The 6th ground ball already today by Phillies hitters.
Hitting a cool .667, Ben.
Ho hum.
But he does, as we saw with his first big league hit, the bunt. And the infield hit here. I mean, that speed, it's going to get him a little extra, couple extra hits here and there. High 2-0.
It's a great luxury to have.
Folks on MLB Network showed his home run that he hit with Team USA. It was a different pitch, but it was a carbon copy swing to the one he had last night. Joe was saying last night, I didn't know if it was going out. He said, I thought it had a chance, but I thought it at least had a chance to hit the wall. Two-one pitch. Popped up. Out to shallow right field. Albies is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Phillies go down in order here in the 4th inning. That's an 8-pitch inning. So after a long first, Ian Anderson has come back down to normal. Enough love from Yingling, Ben, so he picked this a day game to show it. The Yingling Raging Eagle Mango. Great day to have one, according to Nick.
Very refreshing.
Yeah. Top of the 5th inning.
Hi, David!
Dansby Swanson leads it off. He grounded out his first time. He takes a fastball in, 1-0. Line drive, base hit it to left center field. Swanson hustling around first, but McCutchen gets there. And Swanson will hold up. Just the second hit for the Braves. By the way, the Phillies will wrap up this long homestand this weekend when the Yankees come to town. You only got 2 games. Another Friday day off. I think it's the 3rd one this year. Limited seats are available for this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. 4:05 on Saturday. Sunday, the 13th, is Chevrolet Father's Appreciation Day. Purchase your tickets by going to Phillies.com. I don't want to give away our Hers pitching matchups, but Joe Girardi has adjusted his rotation for this weekend. That's all I'll say for now, Ben.
That's it?
That's it.
Did you see Stanton's home run last night?
I did.
Oh, my goodness. Target field. Whew.
I think he's got 90 since the StatCast era began. 90 home runs, 96 home runs or something like that of 450 or more. Swing and a miss. Almonte struck out his first time up, and he's behind 0-1. Been using that slider a little bit more. Swanson, who has reached base safely in 18 straight, takes his lead off first. He is a threat to run.
A little better crowd today.
Yeah, nice crowd today. People getting a chance to get out. Swing and a miss, 1-2. It's cool that there are seats still available for Saturday and Sunday for folks. Again, there's not a lot, but you can still have a chance to get out and see the Yankees and the Phils. Seats are available now that we've reached 100% capacity for every game moving forward. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Almonte. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 98 miles an hour on that 4-seam fastball. 7 strikeouts.
Reach back. Here's my 98. Right on by Almonte. It's almost worth just coming here to watch batting practice with Stanton and Judge and Sanchez.
That is true. Pender and Ciarte went down on strikes.
This place is turned into a driving range.
0-1. And Ciarte struck out his first time. Oh, and 2. Phillies a double play depth with Swanson at first base. No balls and 2 strikes to Ciarte. Wheeler to the belt, ready to go. That's pulled foul. I think he was cheating a little bit on that slider. alive. He fouls it back to the suite. And it remains 0-2. Inciarte, we mentioned, has won a Gold Glove before. He's basically a fourth outfielder. Now, depending on what happens down the road, he'll probably still remain a fourth outfielder the way things are.
One of the better throwing outfielders out there. You don't see a lot of great arms anymore in the outfield.
Line drive caught by Rhys Hoskins. That'll be an easy double play. Not much Dansby Swanson can do. You gotta love the right place, right time line drive. And the side is retired here in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit.
Swanson trying to get out of the way of this. He ducks. Makes it easier for Rhys. We're on to the bottom of the 5th. Knotted at 0.
Private and catered suites accommodate various group sizes ranging from 10 to 40. Offer available while supplies last for select games. Book today at Phillies.com. Suites are a great place to watch a game. Folks, you don't have to be in a suite. You can be out in the sunshine, enjoying it like those folks.
I do love day baseball. I really do.
I agree with that. Andrew Knapp leads it off. He flied to right his first time. It's funny because around minor league baseball, they used to have day baseball, morning baseball, and they don't really have it anymore because the series are so long. You know, they play 6-game series now. So you play Tuesday to Sunday, and then Sunday's the day game, essentially. Fouled back, and it's 1-1 to Andrew Knapp. Were they playing morning games when you were in the minors?
Yes.
Oh, they were?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we never did it in Trenton. It was after that.
And it was always obnoxiously loud because you had all the day trips for kids in school. It was like a field trip. A lot of those games.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. You know, Ben, you were a kid at one time.
I was.
You were screeching, whether you realize it or not.
But it was nice to, have the rest of the day, do whatever.
Swing at a foul tip. Knapp strikes out. All right, so that's only the second strikeout for Anderson. He's kind of done things a little differently than Zach Wheeler today. And it brings Ronald Torreyes to the plate.
Four-seamer at the top of the zone. That's hard to catch up to. Ball right on by Andrew.
Torreyes' 18th game, 16th start. And it's 0-1. I think it's a good thing that Didi played 5 innings last night. I would think Saturday is the day, as long as he's feeling good. That one's pulled down the left field line. That's going to be in for a base hit, and it's going to trickle to the warning track. And Torreyes is going to get himself to second base.
He is back on Saturday. I don't know if Joe will play him. This guy's on fire.
He's been solid. He really has.
He really has.
But you know what? When Didi comes back, Torreyes could be that extra infielder.
Yeah. He knows it's 2 right out of the box. That's what happens. He got jammed on that, but he kept the bat moving forward. That's why he was able to keep it fair and send it on down the line.
Wheeler bunted his first time up. Boy, he bunting there.
Let her eat.
That was one healthy swing. downs. One and two to Zach. Zach has 2 doubles this year. He's been the Phillies' best hitting pitcher.
He's got a good swing.
Watches that one all the way, and a strike 3 call. I didn't know if Tony Randazzo was going to call that a strike. And now time for a word from the Home Depot.
Lockers aren't just for the clubhouse anymore. Shop online and pick up your orders using the Home Depot's convenient order pickup lockers.
We should do that one day, Ben. We should order you something, and on your way home, you should stop at the Home Depot and pick it up and see if how quickly it works.
It's on the way home, right on 322.
That's what I'm saying. What do you need? Do you need anything? Is there anything? I'm not a John Deere. I don't. Not a tractor or anything like that. Something small.
I actually need some topsoil.
Topsoil?
I need some topsoil.
Line drive and picked on one hop by Albies. Glove side. He's a good defender, but he just saved the Braves from allowing a run. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left in scoring position. We're going to the 6th in a scoreless game. The Phils and the Braves. Filled a very big void that the Phillies had in center field for the first month of the season. Odubel struggled at the plate for the first 7 games he played in nearly 2 seasons, but he quickly found his groove to the tune of a 300-plus batting average over the last 4 weeks with a solid mix of consistency and extra base hits. Taking runs away isn't a bad thing either. That's why he's the Philly of the Week, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. We go to the top of the 6th inning, a scoreless game, 5 hits between the two. That's one of the better spots to watch a game up there in that area. Zach Wheeler will begin the 6th against Kevin Smith, Ian Anderson, and then the top of the order. Smith singled his first time up. Wheeler had gone 0-2 against him, and he got the first base hit of the game. Outside, and it's 1-0. Pulled foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Have you ever been around a pitcher who doesn't get a whole lot of run support that gets frustrated by it? Because they all say the right thing, and I get it. You know, I'm just trying to give my team a chance to win, that kind of thing. But deep down, you're like, I really would love to have, you know, the W. I'd love to have this. I'd love to have that.
Yeah, not really that where it affect them that much. I firmly believe that Andrew wears another one. I firmly believe that they're more interested in the lower ERA than they are W's and L's.
Yeah, so because and this has happened over the last 10 years or so. The win-loss record, when coming to contracts and awards and things like that, it doesn't mean the same as the overall win-loss record of your team when you pitch.
Correct.
1-2 pitch coming, and part of that is because starters, and I'm not saying Zach's this way because Zach goes deep into games, but starters give the game to the bullpen more often now than they did 10 years ago.
Without a doubt. We look back at in 2010, Felix Hernandez, King Felix.
Right, that was when I thought that's when it started.
He won the Cy Young that year. He was 13-12.
Right, swing and a miss, and that's 8 strikeouts. Yeah,
he was 13-12 with a 2.27 ERA. I mean, that is remarkable.
That's just a straight fastball.
Yeah.
Well, not straight. It moved.
We're seeing Bayou.
So here is Anderson. Wentz is Nick Lentz. That's a strike. He threw him a slider.
And I know pitchers say that. I just want to give my team the best opportunity to win. But if you have a low ERA, you are giving your team the best opportunity to win.
There's no doubt about that. And I think when you're Zach, you've been so good. You know, opponent's OPS 561. I mean, you'll take that. You know, overall in all of baseball, that's 11th. DeGrom, of course, number 1. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. That's 9 strikeouts for Wheeler. Authentic 76ers fans, get the analysis you need and the opinion you crave before and after tomorrow's Game 3. Sixers pregame live gets things started at 7. Then after the game, hear from the players and head coach Doc Rivers on Sixers postgame live right here on NBC Sports Philadelphia and streaming on the My Teams app.
Amy Fadul and Mark Jackson and the coach. You ready to rock and roll?
Robert Acuna Jr. takes inside, 1-0.
Of course, in the studio, we call her Duels.
Dulesy?
Duels.
I was thinking about getting some Mizzou's t-shirts. Have you seen them online?
I have not.
Garbage to gold. T-shirts and sweatshirts. Well, that was a good pitch. That wasn't called a strike, and now it's 2-0. Fouled back. It's 2-1. Good pitch. Slider on the inner half. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Eflin locked him up with that same pitch last night. Front door slider. It's there.
They play him to pull slightly on the infield. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Acuna Jr. Swing and a miss. 10 strikeouts again for Zach Wheeler. He strikes out the side. It's the 5th time this year he's reached double digits in strikeouts. 13th in his career. You want to talk about fine wine getting better with age? How about Zach Wheeler? Just turned 30. 31, I should say. And he just keeps on getting better. Baseball is brought to you by your Philadelphia area local Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDealer.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. I don't know if Ian Anderson and Zach Wheeler are being responsible with the breaks in between innings because they are moving fast. As Segura leads off. Broken back ground ball. He slipped coming out of the box. Riley's got it. Throws to first in time. And 1 out.
Got a couple go down today.
Bryce Harper now coming up. 8 ground ball outs now for Anderson. Harper's grounded out to second and third. Well, third on the right side.
Yeah.
Austin Riley's playing in shallow right field. That's the biggest second baseman I've ever seen.
Ever. Actually, we had one in San Francisco, more of a utility, but
Who's it?
Archie Cianfrocco.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
About 6'6".
1-0 pitch.
He'd always bring like 5 gloves out to the bench every day. He didn't know where he was going to go.
DJ LeMahieu is a big second
Very
baseman.
big.
But Riley is he's just a big dude. 1-2. Little curveball. And it puts Harper in the hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the 6th. See the big dude out in shallow right field, Ben? That's like you playing shallow right field.
Yeah, but I got 0 range.
Now 2-2. 26 of the first inning, but after that, not too shabby for Ian Anderson. And he strikes out Harper. 4 strikeouts for Anderson. Yeah, that'll bring Rhys Hoskins up. Well, we just saw the Nationals, but guess what? We're going to see them again. That's right. Tuesday, June 22nd, Wednesday, June 23rd, 7:05 and 1:05. Wednesday the 23rd, a Citizens Business Person Special. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Rhys tried to hold up. He did not, says Tony Randazzo. Outside, 1-1.
The hardest pitch he's thrown today at 97.
Low, 2-1. Check swing, and it's fair ball out in front of the plate. And Rhys is retired. 1, 2, 3. Go the Phillies. Here are the 6. We've completed our first 6 innings. We're going to the 7th. No score. Toyota Camry turning point. And it's Zach Wheeler and what he's been able to do here today. Reached 10 strikeouts yet again.
6 innings pitched, just the 2 hits, no walks, 10 punchies. He's using them all too. The fastball slider combo has been very good, mixing a couple curveballs, even some changeups today out of Zach. Righties and lefties, it hasn't mattered so far. He is your Toyota Camry turning point.
Freddie Freeman quickly steps in. 0 for 2. Ground out and strikeout. Way in, 1-0. Line drive base hit to center field for Freeman. It's only his 2nd hit in the series, which is a good thing when you hold him to 1 hit up until this point. And here is Ozzie Albies.
That's the Freddie Freeman we know and don't necessarily have to like.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because it stayed in the yard and it wasn't an extra base hit. But you're right. That is the way he just peppers.
Yeah.
The Phillies and everybody else. Pulled foul by Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 2. He has struck out and popped out the 3rd. Braves will head to take on the Marlins for the next 3 games. They'll be in South Florida beginning Friday. Like the Phillies, they're playing a 4 o'clock game on Saturday. 0-2.
I can't believe that tomorrow will be the Phillies' 3rd Friday off.
Time now for our Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary. Dansby Swanson on base 18 straight games. Ian Anderson 6 innings 4 strikeouts. Wheeler 6 innings 3 hits 10 strikeouts. Luke Williams has one of the 3 hits for the Phillies. Of course he does. And it's 0-2 to Ozzie Albies. I'm with you, Ben. It's stunning to have a Friday off, let alone 3.
It just feels weird.
Swing and a foul. He stays alive. Just stayed alive.
Look, I think he was looking for that slider in again. He gets Uncle Charlie. You see he's just bailing and somehow gets a piece of that.
A piece of that and a piece of Andrew again. Freeman short lead off first, held on by Rhys Hoskins. And it remains no balls and 2 strikes.
That thing was coming up here with some pace.
Yeah. Gentleman, the thought about putting his hand out, he made the proper executive decision.
Yeah.
Just slipped out of Zach Wheeler's hand, and it's 1-2. Swing and a foul tip that time. Andrew Knapp hung on. That's 11 strikeouts. Second time they've gotten Albies, who's so tough to get.
He goes back to that slider. Over the top of it. See the rotation. Out in front and over the top.
Austin Riley is grounded out and struck out today. So hitless in 2 plate appearances. Freddie Freeman draws the throw. Freddie has stolen 3 bases.
Ooh. Man, that was close.
That was really close. He just said, what was that?
Element of surprise.
They're throwing 97 on that first pitch. And it's 0-1. Ball 1 strike. out towards shallow center field. That's a long run in for Odubel Herrera. He says he has it, though, and he makes the catch. 2 outs. Dansby Swanson's coming up. Take your next group outing, event, or fundraiser here at Citizens Bank Park. Tickets are on sale now for groups of 25 or more for most home games. Receive discounts on select games and locations. You can also see your group name in lights. Visit Phillies.com/group tickets for more information. Folks are asking about the attendance, which I think has been fine considering. But John Weber was on with us last week. The group sales is just now going.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of the attendance numbers. So take advantage of it while there's still plenty of really good seats available. Again, tickets available this weekend against the Yankees for that 2-game series. That ball gets away from Andrew Knapp. That ate him up. Wild pitch, and it puts Freeman in scoring position.
And nothing Andrew can do on that one. Not where he was set up. Nothing you can do. I'd love to come down here with a group. No other place I'd rather be.
Well, Ben will put you in touch with the group sales department. Back toward the middle, Torreyes gets it on a nice, comfortable hot glove side, throws out Dansby Swanson. That was a solid play to end a solid 7th inning for Zach Wheeler. No runs, a hit, time to stretch.
But his parents are exhausted, for goodness sakes. I mean, let him go home.
Yeah, really.
We'll have all that coming up along with Ben and, of course, Joe Girardi post-game live.
Hey, Ricky, real quick, do you remember Doster's walk-off? You pitched
I don't. I'm sure I was there.
No, you were there. You pitched in the game. I'm not going to tell you what you did. You can go back and look at it, though. Here's Andrew McCutcheon. And that one is hit right back to the middle, but right at Ozzie Albies.
Why is he there? Come on, man.
That's 10 ground balls. And Luke Williams is coming up. Ricky did pitch in that game where David Doster hit the home run, and he gave up a run in it.
Oh, Ricky.
But they went on to win it. Ricky was in a stretch then, though, where he wasn't allowing a whole lot of runs.
Probably blame the catcher.
He can do that because he used to be a catcher.
Correct.
2 balls and 1 strike to Williams. The game, Doster's walk-off was 96. Williams sends one in the air to center field. Ender Inciarte is there, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Rick Joseph, when and we showed this list during the Open, where Luke Williams last night became the 4th Philly to pick up his first home run in a walk-off fashion. Doster in 96. Rick Joseph against LA in 67. That was at Connie Mack. Ron Paranowski was the pitcher, former pitching coach for the Dodgers. There was a grand slam in the 11th inning. And then John Peters did it against the Reds on July 16th, 1921.
Wheels said it was overcast that day.
100 years ago. That's not nice, Ben. That's not nice. Outside and high to Knapp. Dolph Luque gave up the home run with 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Were you thinking, Duff?
I don't think that's a name that's used enough anymore.
No.
It fouled. It's 1-2. StatCast powered by Google Cloud gives us a look at Williams' home run. It would have been a home run in 24 of the 30 parks.
Well, it was enough last night. That's all that matters.
And that one's bunted up the third base line. That's a beautiful bunt by Andrew Knapp. It takes a big turn around first.
You kidding me? I love that.
Yeah.
Very gutsy with 2 strikes, but I love it. His textbook. Almost got himself a double out of it. It's awesome.
Yep. So I'll bring Torres up. By the way, in fairness to Ricky, and he just texted us and wanted us to make sure that we pointed this out. I said he wasn't giving up a lot of runs at that time. But Ranger Suarez, you know, he's got this scoreless streak going. First 20 in the third, 0 ERA. 8 in the third straight innings without allowing a hit. The only base runner he's allowed was a hit by pitch. There's only been one other Philly reliever to have 3 straight appearances of 2 innings or more with no walks and no hits. Ricky Bottella.
Ricky Paul.
1-0. Reyes doubled. His last time up, flied out to right. 1-1. That one's lined and caught by Dansby Swanson. The side is retired. No runs, a bunt hit, and 1 man left. We're going to the 8th inning. And by Nextiva. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva. Top of the 8th inning. It's a scoreless ball game. The Braves and the Phillies. As Zach Wheeler will go to work. Time now for Hyundai defensive plays of the game. This is a good play.
It's an excellent play here by Gene Segura, getting to his feet, throwing out Austin Riley. The line drive here, off the bat of Inciarte. Swanson ducking for his life. They are your Hyundai defensive plays of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Well, Ian Anderson looks like he is done. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Zach Wheeler, 3 earned runs allowed in his last 43 2/3 at Citizens Bank Park. A 0.62 ERA. Hit out toward left field. McCutchen is back a step from the warning track, and he makes the catch. So Almonte 0 for 3. Almonte, who is playing left field for the Braves, he's made some athletic plays out there during the course of the series.
One in particular to McCutchen last night. Very athletic.
Here is Ender Inciarte. Inciarte and Pache, Inciarte and Heredia have been playing center field for Pache. 1 ball and no strikes. Inciarte is struck out, lined out into double play, and he lines this one to right field, a base hit. So he's aboard a 1-out single here in the 8th inning. Kevin Smith, who has singled and struck out. One of 11 strikeouts for Wheeler. Adrianza in the on-deck circle. Grounder foul, and it's 0-1.
Much rather have a ground ball than a strikeout right here.
Four-seam fastball 35% of the time today. Sinker 23%. Swing and a miss.
98 in the 8th.
About to throw his 99th pitch. Yeah, the 0-2 coming. Good foul off to the right. It remains 0-2. Every time a Phillies pitcher hits 95 miles an hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia.
You're going to need a blank check today with all the
big time
Wheelers throwing up there.
Check swing. No appeal from Tony Randazzo. It's 1-2. One-two pitch. Popped up. Out towards shallow left field. Torreyes says he has it. And he does. And now 2 outs here in the 8th inning. And here comes Adrianza. Adrianza, I thought, would wind up playing today. Adrianza has had success against the Phillies as a pinch hitter. He's also played some left field. You know, they've been patching left field. The Braves have, as we mentioned the other night, with Almonte and with Adrianza. And I guess sometimes with Heredia, although Heredia has been starting in center field for Pache. Pache has been banged up and was struggling. Left field is Ozuna, who has the broken bones in his hand, but also was allegedly arrested for putting his hands on his wife while a police officer was around. So they're going to have that to deal with, which is ridiculous. But Adrianza has been good against the Phillies. Inside, 1-0. Unfortunately, this is going to wind up being Wheeler's last inning.
Yes. He is due to lead off, which he will not.
1 ball, no strikes, runner at first base, 2 outs. On the inside corner, and it's 1-1. two good pitchers today. Both did an excellent job. Or both have done an excellent job. Wheeler's still out there. 7-4-0 for Anderson. 10 ground ball outs for Ian Anderson. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a strike right down the heart of the plate.
Anderson's ERA went from 3.64 down to 3.26. Pretty substantial.
Now Adrianza calls for time. Swing and a miss. He got him. How about a dozen strikeouts today for Zach Wheeler? He has reached double digits in strikeouts in 4 of his last 5 starts. Pretty incredible. No runs, 1 hit, and there is number 12. Man, his breaking stuff, slider curveball combination has been brilliant today. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Father's Day is on sale now at the New Era Phillies team store located at Citizens Bank Park. It's available in fitted, flex, and men's adjustable styles. For every cap sold, MLB will make a donation to MLB charities. Visit Phillies.com/New Era for store hours. Bottom of the 8th inning, and the Braves obviously going to their bullpen to A.J. Minter, his 28th game. And the Phillies will go to the bench. JT Realmuto will pinch in. The Phillies added Rafael Marchand because they wanted another right-handed bat, obviously switch hitter, on their bench today because of all the lefties that the Braves have. But here is JT. And he takes outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
One for 5 career against Minter.
Fastball, and it's 1-1. Hit softly to the right side. Albies gets to it, throws on the run just in time to get Realmuto. And there's one away. And Odubel Herrera will be the batter. Herrera has grounded out twice and has walked.
Got on the hands of JT. Albies as good as it gets out there.
Odubel 1 for 8 with a strikeout and a walk. And a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Segura waits on deck here at the bottom of the 8th inning. Hector Neris loosening up in the bullpen. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies won it yesterday in their final at bat. Can it come down to that again today? Yesterday they needed 2. Today they need one. But then hand it over to Hector. Just a tad high, and it's 2-1. One.
Don't try and do too much here. Take what they'll give you.
Three and two.
3-1 slider.
Or 3-2, excuse me. One out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
See that big arm by Minter. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to that slider. Although you're throwing 97 from the left side, he might just stick with that.
That one's hit out toward right field. Acuna Jr. is going back. It is off the top of the wall. Odubel heading to second base. It's bobbled by Acuna, and Odubel will stop at second.
Son of a gun.
8th double.
I don't know if Odubel didn't get it out of the box as quickly as he wanted to.
No, he's got to run.
Because this ball is bobbled by Acuna, and I think he could have made the third easily.
Yeah, he thought it was gone.
It was close. I don't mind it having him at third base with less than 2 outs. Infield would have had to have come in.
And now Segura, who is 1 for 3. Had a fastball, and it's 0-1. Oh for 6 with a couple strikeouts against A.J. Minter. Herrera, the go-ahead run off second base. Outside, 1-1. Again, Hector warming up in the bullpen. Outside, 2-1.
Gene's third bat he's had in his hand today. Broken 2. Been there.
Runner leads off second. Over to third base. Past Riley down the left field line. Herrera's around third, heading for home. He's going to score. The Phillies are on top 1-0.
How about it? Gene gets himself into a good hitter's count there, 2-1. Not the prettiest double, but it's a double and RBI. Riley nowhere near that ball. I don't understand. I think if you're Mitchell there, you're thinking, hey, man, just knock it down somehow, because if that ball gets by you, it could be the ball game.
Yes.
You know, if it gets by you, obviously Odubel's going to score, but you would think that Riley would make more of a concerted effort to keep that in the infield. As a catcher, you tell, hey, guys, they just got to knock the ball down somehow, some way. I don't care if Segura gets to first base. Well, you got to knock the ball down.
Well, now Harper with a runner at second base, 1 out. Phillies up 1-0. Mitchell a little turn back. So Odubel double, scores on the double by Segura. That's the 11th double for Segura. Second one in this series. Swing and a miss. 0-1, 96 from Minter. In the air, shallow left center field. Swanson is out there, and he makes the catch. There are 2 outs. And here comes Brian Snitker, as they'll bring in the right-hander to face Rhys Hoskins. So a pitching change for the Braves. The Phillies lead at 1-0. We'll be back right after this. Run here in the 8th inning. Last night was Smith who gave up the 2-run home run to Luke Williams. And now the Phils are looking for some more, as Edgar Santana will be the new pitcher. Here's Luke Williams. Will he get another chance today? If he does, it might mean the Phillies would have another run. Might mean they'd have another run. Edgar Santana in his 14th game. Segura's on second. He's got an RBI double. And now Rhys Hoskins 0 for 3. 0 for his last 19.
Good time to break that one. Break that slump up.
Taps it foul, 0-1. That one is boxed. Smith, he must have been crossed up on it.
Go off Randazzo.
I thought it hit the glove. Maybe it hit both. Maybe it did just hit Randazzo, but he missed it.
Because he did not flinch. Take a look.
Nope, the thumb.
Right off the mitt.
fastball. One ball and one strike with a runner at third base. That's fouled, and it's 1-2.
Love to get this run in here, Tom. Be a big one.
Yeah, with 2 outs. See if Reese can get one to the outfield on the ground.
Rays with the top of the order to bat in the top of the 9th.
A high pop-up out to shallow left center field. Dansby Swanson waits a few steps from the infield dirt, makes the catch. The inning is over. The Phillies do get a run on an RBI double by Gene Segura. We go to the 9th. It's the Phillies 1, the Braves nothing. Our Hers upcoming pitching matchups between the Yankees and the Phils. This Saturday, Jamison Tyone will be opposed by Vince Velasquez, and Domingo Germán will pitch on Sunday for the Yankees against Aaron Nola. So that's where Joe Girardi has shifted things around a little bit. So Spencer Howard will not start this weekend. And now as we go to the top of the 9th inning, Hector Neris is on to try to close it against the Braves with the Phillies on top 1-0. Neris in his 26th game. 9 saves in 11 opportunities, a 1.90 ERA. He last pitched on the 6th against Washington. At a first pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes to Acuna Jr., who is 0 for 3. He's flied to left, he's popped out, and he has struck out.
A frustrating day for the Braves offense. Hopefully that continues. And I'll tell you why it's so frustrating to face someone like Zach Wheeler. You say, well, he's going to fill the strike zone up, right? So he threw 105 pitches, did Wheeler. 79 strikes. And it's one thing to know that you're going to get challenged, and that's what Zach does. But he throws that many strikes, but he doesn't leave that many over the middle of the plate. And that's what the frustrating thing is. You know you're going to get a strike, but you don't know whether necessarily or not you can do anything with it. And that's why it's frustrating to face Zach Wheeler.
1-2 pitch. And the dirt 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch coming to Acuna. Swing and a miss. He got him. Throw him a splitter. 1 out here in the 9th inning.
It was a good one. All splitters to Acuna Jr. See that grip? Ball just tumbling. Acuna not reading that splitter, thinking fastball all the way right over the top. That was a good one.
Freddie Freeman is grounded out. He is struck out. And he is singled. Fouls it off. It's 0-1. Infielders on the right side. Inside, 1-1. Ow. Did that get Randazzo?
It did. See how unprotected he is. It's just a fastball that he yanks.
Yeah, right onto the ankle. Oof. There's a little bit of padding there, but not much.
Not much.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Foul back.
All heaters, Tom. He goes all splitters to Acuna, all fastballs to Freeman.
Reaches out and pokes it foul up the first base line. And now the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, now 2-2. So he throws a slider there. Interesting. Maybe to show him something a little bit different.
Put it in the back of his mind.
It's run to 3-2. Albies is on deck. The Braves no runs on 4 hits. The Phillies 1 run on 6 hits. Out to center field. Herrera going back toward the wall, at the fence, jumps, and it's just over his glove. A home run, and the game is tied up at 1. Freddie Freeman, his 6th home run of the year against the Phillies, and it goes to straightaway center field.
He hasn't done much in this series, but he just made up for it.
I really thought if Odubel had gotten back to the fence that he was going to be able to time it and bring it back.
Ball scraper. I don't know how he missed it. Not an easy play. I'm not saying that, but goes back to that fastball up in his zone. Just mistimed his leap.
Yes, I think that's what it was. All right, so we're tied up at 1 here in the top of the 9th inning, and Albies is 0 for 3, couple strikeouts. It's 1 ball and no strikes to him. 2 balls and no strikes. 3rd blown save for Hector. 0 for 11 with a strikeout and a walk. Freddie Freeman's home run is 14th of the year. I mentioned 6 against the Phillies. Albies getting the green light. 3-0, fouls it toward the upper deck, and it's 3-1. Austin Riley waits on deck, and ball 4. See what Joe Girardi does here. He's just going to go out. There's nobody warming up. Phillies in their half of the 9th inning will have McCutchen, Williams, and Knapp. Those are the scheduled hitters. And Austin Riley, who is 0 for 3, a ground out, a strikeout, and a flyout.
Chris Martin loosening up, and Luke Jackson right beside him. A quick talk from Joe.
Well, he did all the talking.
I think Joe approached that meeting more like a catcher than a manager. Without a doubt.
Over to third base, foul, and it's 0-1. Through this inning and see if the Phillies can get some heroics in the bottom of the 9th inning. Either that or they'll need it in extra innings.
Yeah. Couldn't it just been easy for once? Is that asking too much?
Only the second hit for Freeman against Neris in 13 at bats in his career.
Good slider there.
Is back. Alvarado starting to warm in the Phillies bullpen.
Albies got out to a pretty good substantial lead there.
There he goes. Pitch inside, ball off the glove of Knapp, so it'll be a stolen base. The 6th of the year for Albies. I don't even know if Andrew had a play if he had grabbed it and thrown.
No chance.
He got an excellent jump.
Another slider.
Yeah.
That one just really backed up to Riley.
Swing and a miss. Out number 2, strikeout number 2. And now one more big out to get for Hector to send it to the bottom of the 9th inning, tied up at 1.
Climbs the ladder. 4-seamer. Now that ball stays on plane.
That one gets away from Nat. Albies on his way to third. He won't have a play. It'll be a wild pitch, and now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away.
I think Andrew had a shot at Albies at third base.
Yeah, because Albies held up.
But I don't think Andrew wanted to risk throwing it down the line, which isn't necessarily a bad idea.
In the dirt, and it's 2-0. Almonte waits on deck. And now 3-0. Well, maybe you just put him on at this point.
Yeah.
Instead of fooling around, it's 3 balls and no strikes. Alvarado may be coming in anyway. Down the right field line. Ends out of play. 3-1.
A lot of 3-0 hacks in this 3-game series.
Off the foot on a foul ball. Three balls, 2 strikes to Dansby Swanson, runner at third. And a pitch from Neris. Popped up, left side. Torreyes, Williams. Torreyes says he has it. He takes control and he puts it away. The Braves get 1 run on the home run by Freddie Freeman. Middle of the 9th inning. It's Atlanta 1 and the Phillies 1. Kutch to lead it off. The game, we go to the 8th inning where the Phillies took the lead. It was the first run of the day for either team on this double by Gene Segura. It scored Odubel Herrera. And then in the 9th inning, Freddie Freeman. Only his 2nd career hit against Hector Neris. Odubel had a play and just got caught. He just didn't get back to the fence and time his jump well enough.
They are your WB Mason deliveries of the game. Let's get one and go home, boys.
It is Luke Jackson that is going to be the new pitcher for the Braves. 25th game for Jackson. All right, well, the last time the Phillies walked off on back-to-back days, Segura was part of it. It started on June 26, 2019. Jay Bruce against the Mets, 10th inning. Center field over the head of Lagares, kicked around. Roman Quinn scored. That's his first walk-off as a Philly. And then the next day, Gene Segura. This was tremendous.
It was an unbelievable comeback against those Mets. 3-run shot completed a 4-game sweep for the Fighting Phils against those Mets.
Andrew McCutchen will lead it off. He has grounded out 3 times. First pitch outside by Jackson. And it's 1-0. That one's popped up near Freddie Freeman on the first base side. And that's the first out. And Luke Williams is coming up. Can he be the hero for a 2nd consecutive day?
It would be awesome if he could.
It would be awesome. Shows bunt. Riley was way back at third, which I was surprised that he was or is still, because if Jackson lays down the same bunt that he had for his first big league hit, even where Riley is now, it's going to be a base hit.
Yes.
Family is here. That's a high bouncer over to third. Riley takes care of him. 2 outs. And Andrew Knapp, the hitter. Knapp is 1 for 3, fly to right, struck out, and singled on a bunt. His last time up. At the knee or below the knees, it's 1-0. Alvarado in the bullpen. Looks like if there's a 10th, he'll pitch the 10th. Well, Jackson missed his spot, but it was still in the zone, and it's evened it up 1-1.
Definitely have some hard throwers in this Braves bullpen.
Newcomb in the bullpen warming up for Atlanta.
I think he challenged him here.
With Torreyes on deck, the 3-1. And he doesn't. Ball 4. Knapp draws the walk. Torreyes is flied out. He's doubled, and he is lined out, and he's being called back. Brad Miller is going to pinch hit.
We got action.
Jankowski's going to pinch run.
That's why having 3 catchers comes in handy at times. So obviously they already used JT, so Marchand will come in the ball game. Well, hopefully he doesn't have to come in the ball game. They got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, they do. All right, Jankowski will take his lead. Got a first pitch in there for strike 0-1.
All 3 outfielders for the Braves extremely deep.
One ball, 1 strike.
Good eye, Ted.
Bohm waits on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's back toward the middle on one hop to Swanson, and he wins the race to the bag to get Jankowski. I didn't think that was the right decision when I saw him starting to go to the bag because Jankowski can run, but so can Swanson. Fielder's choice. We're going extra innings. The Braves and the Phillies tied up at 1. Phillies baseball has been brought to you by the Toyota Camry, now with available all-wheel drive. Visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. By Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at ibx.com. Top of the 10th inning, tied up at 1. The Phillies and the Braves, the final game of this series. The Phillies are 2-3 in extra inning games. The Braves 1-5. All right, we've got some wholesale changes. Luke Williams is going to play shortstop. Alec Boehm is on to play third. Rafael Marchand, who was added to the list today, is behind the plate. And Jose Alvarado is the new pitcher in his 25th game. And Dansby Swanson will be the runner at second base.
The ghost runner.
Well, we were talking to Scott the other day. It was me, Scott, Jason Stark down in the field, and we're trying to come up with what you would call the runner at second. I said we call him the ghost runner, extra runner. I think we called him extra runner last year. Scott said zombie runner, which he got from Eric Nadell, who's the radio voice of the Rangers, because zombies come back from the dead.
Good point.
So I've heard that over the last few days watching a couple of the Rangers games. So we got to come up with something, Jason said, for who the runner is at second base. Zombie runner's pretty good. Dansby Swanson leads off second. Almonte takes strike one. 0-1. Almonte is 0 for 3, has struck out twice, and he's flied out. Left side, that's going to allow Swanson to go to third. Luke Williams throws out Almonte. So runner at third with one out.
Did his job.
And Guillermo Heredia will come on as a pinch hitter. Phillies will play the infield in a 1-1 game here in the top of the 10th inning. So Heredia will go in to play center field. Way upstairs. Wake up, Rafael, in a big way. He's got good hands behind the plate.
Great hands.
Two 2-0. Kevin Smith, the catcher, on deck. Then the pitcher's spot after that. Already at 248 with 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Three 3-0. It's not a bad thing if he walks and just then face Smith. The only problem is though is if you After Smith, it's going to be Pablo Sandoval, you would think, right?
They may end up pinch hitting Contreras for Smith.
Well, they could.
He's been red hot.
Ball 4. All right, so first and third with one out. And Smith is going to bat. Contreras is out of the on-deck circle.
Maybe Brian Snitker likes to panda from the left side a little bit more.
Could be. Phillies are going to play the infield, not necessarily at double play depth, although closer. There's the Panda. Just giving out hugs today. Want to know.
Nicely done, Rafael. You see the Braves skipper?
Well, there may need to be a visit from Caleb Coughlin. That usually centers Alvarado. Usually centers him.
And they have 5 left. Might as well calm them down if you can. See the frustration on Alvarado after he threw that pitch.
Two balls, no strikes. That one goes right between the legs of Marchand. Here comes the go-ahead run. Swanson slides home safely. It's 2-1 in favor of the Braves. Alvarado's having a wild day.
Yes, he is. And I don't know if they score a run. I didn't know which way to turn his mitt. They score the run and take the double play out of play.
So up to second base was Heredia. And now it's 3-0 to Smith. There's a strike, 3-1. Phillies will start their half of the 10th inning with an extra runner. Three and two.
Smith right on that 100. Got to keep it to 1 run here.
Foul back, and it remains 3-2.
Smith going way out of the zone on that offering. Smith in swing mode here. I know he throws 100, but you get a guy like that, I mean, he just might be trying to gear up to get to that fastball. Breaking ball here. Might not recognize spin.
Inside with 99, ball 4. First and second. 1 out. Contreras is going to be announced as the pinch hitter for the Braves. Caleb Cotham heading out. Joe Girardi is going to get somebody up and warming in the bullpen. Archie Bradley starts to warm up. There's Arch. That's a 9-pitch at bat by Smith, and he fouled 4 pitches off, and all were 99, 100 miles an hour. All right, so William Contreras. Contreras has had a big series against the Phillies. Overall, he's hitting .264. He has 6 home runs and 20 runs batted in. He's 6 for 8 in this series with a home run.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Swing and a miss. That's the 14th sinker that he's thrown in this inning. Not many 4-seamers. Contreras' numbers with runners in scoring position. That's why they like him. I mean, they think he's going to be an excellent defender as his career moves on. Runners take their lead. Now time is called.
From an offensive standpoint, though, I do like the fact he uses the whole field. We've seen that in this series. He's peppered that hole right there between Reese and Gene quite a few times.
Cutter inside, 1-1. Wheeler strikes out 12, allows 4 hits over 8 innings. Out of play, and it's 1-2. I don't know if Contreras thought he missed a pitch there or what.
Is that him who yelled?
I think it was. And a strike 3 called, 100 miles an hour. There it is. 2 outs. And now Acuna Jr. is coming up. He's looking into the Phillies dugout. I don't think Joe's going to go get Archie Bradley here. He'll wait and allow Alvarado to pitch. Acuna is 0 for 4. He has struck out a couple times. He has flied to left, popped out to shortstop. Two balls and no strikes. Shows some discipline right there by Acuna Jr.
Figured he'd be sitting on an 0 for 4, a couple punch outs. Wants to atone for that. That's borderline pitch, and he did not offer.
That's the pitch that was ball 4 to Smith.
Correct.
In a very similar spot. I don't remember where Marchand was set up, though, if it makes it look any different. 2-1. Three and 1.
I'd say be careful with Acuna and go ahead and get Freeman, but no place to put him if you walk the bases loaded.
And he just walked the bases loaded. It's going to be Alvarado, too. He's not going to bring in the right-hander to face Freddie Freeman. All right, so bases loaded for Freeman, who tied the game at 1 in the 9th inning. He has a grand slam this year. Runners lead off. 1 run is in. And a fastball 0-1. Two.
That's nasty.
Yeah, if you can do that again, throw that same pitch again. Just the 5th at bat. 6th plate appearance for Freeman against Alvarado. Bases loaded, 2 outs here at the top of the 10th. And the 0-2 pitch coming to Freeman. Outside 1-2. Again, it goes off the glove of Marchand. He flips to home, and everybody is safe. They all move up. It's the 2nd one of the inning. Marchand is usually much better at this.
Yeah,
it's a 3-1 ball game.
Alvarado not easy to catch, but you're right.
First one was a wild pitch. This one has been scored a pass ball. Again, he didn't have his glove the right way.
Yep.
Right, Ben, or is there something else?
He could have rolled it. He could have rolled it. Make sure your thumb stays up on that.
I got to tell you, I never thought that what would happen behind the plate would be an issue in this inning with Marchand out there. He's just so good. All right, 2 runs are in. It's 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. It's a 3-1 ball game. And the pitch to Freeman. Over to first base. Reese has it. Alvarado there to cover. The inning is finally over. The Braves score 2. They do so without a base hit. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. Alec Bohm scheduled to lead it off when we come back. Out a base hit. Heredia stays in the ball game. He's in center field. And Chris Martin takes over on the mound. Martin in his 13th ball game. Will Smith has worked the last 2 days. He gave up the lead yesterday. Now, Tony Randazzo is going over to Joe Girardi because they're discussing who the extra runner is going to be for the Phillies, because they've made changes to the previous 2 hitters. It was Alvarado who allowed the 2 runs. hopes that his team can get a couple runs to at least tie it. Now, conceptually, the way things have worked this year, you would think Luke Williams would be the guy because they made 2 changes. But because Marchand, a position player, went in, they're going to use him. That was one of the rules at the beginning of this year that we hadn't seen much of even last year.
Right.
So Marchand is the extra runner. And Alec Boehm is the hitter. Phillies need 2 to force an 11th inning. It's a 3-1 game here in the bottom of the 10th. And the first pitch fouled back. It's 0-1. Boehm is the number 9 spot in the order. The pitcher spot is the number 8 spot. And Marchand is the number 7 hitter. No balls, 1 strike to Boehm. Boehm up for the first time. Did not start today. And that one got Randazzo again. It was missed by Smith. Over to third, Marchand. It was a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh, man.
Second one he's gotten crossed up with today is Kevin Smith. That, I thought he fouled it, but I think that was off his mitt. It was so loud off his arm, I thought he foul tipped it. My goodness.
Oh, wow. Man. He definitely was crossed up. Take a listen.
It really did sound like a foul tip.
Yeah, he got banged up before in a similar situation. The catcher, Kevin Smith, went over and apologized to him. Phillies athletic trainer Aaron Hoback is out making sure he's okay. Joe West came down as well. Said he's okay. Tony's had a lot of back problems during his career. It's good to see him back on the field. He was in and out for a couple seasons.
Not a good feeling as a catcher.
No, you could see the way Smith reacted. He's saying something to Randazzo right now.
All you can say is, I'm sorry.
So the pass ball moves Marchand over to third. Again, the Phillies need 2. It's a 3-1 ball game. Opposite way, base hit for Boehm. A run will score. It's now 3-2, and that means the tying run is at first.
And that pass ball by Marchand is so pivotal here. Otherwise, we'd have a tie ball game. Gets on top of that fastball, shoots it to right field. Nice piece there by Alec Boehm. Keep it going, boys.
So now Odubel Herrera, he doubled and scored the game's first run. That was in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're deep in center and left. Acuna, he's fairly deep too. He's straight away and a pitch high. It's 1-0. Short lead for Bohm off first. Foul back, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the order is up with a runner at first base. Will Smith is the normal closer. He blew his first save last night. Not available today, it looks like, for the Braves. And Chris Martin, who's a very good relief pitcher.
Yeah, that ERA sitting at just 1.54.
Oh, be careful. Oh, man. Be careful. Don't want that.
No.
That was really close. He got back. The Braves did look at it underneath. Walt Weiss immediately went to the phone. Can't have that again.
What Odubel was looking for there.
Count is even, 2-2. Segura waits on deck. Next is, after him, is Harper. Shot the other way. That's a fair ball going down the left field line. Bohm on his way to third. Going to second base is Odubel. That means the tying run is at third. The winning run is at second. Back-to-back doubles for Odubel Herrera. It's second and third with nobody out.
How about the last 2 hitters, Tom, with 2 strikes, just shooting the ball the other way?
Yeah.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Don't try and do too much with it. Take what they'll give you. Braves hoping to get Segura here, and then they can walk Harper and pitch to Hoskins. That's what I'm assuming. Braves conceding the run up the middle.
Interesting. Corners are in. Good swing by Segura. Fouls it back. It's 0-1. Acuna is shaded over toward the line. It's not surprising. That's where he's been for most of the series. He's got an excellent arm. Almonte is really deep in left. If there's a base hit to left, this game's over.
Yes. Really deep in left.
One as the runners lead off. The pitch coming to Segura. Out to left center field. Well hit. Almonte's going back toward the 387 sign. It's off the top of the wall. Bohm will score. Here comes Odubel Herrera around third. He'll score. Gene Segura. He's bringing everybody out to where the ball was. The Phillies win it 4-3 here in the bottom of the 10th inning. The celebration around Gene Segura.
Walk me off 2 times.
Back-to-back walk-offs for the Phils. They win the series. Man, he crushed it.
Woo. Exhale. How about it? No quitting these boys, Tom.
Nope. Not that it was dicey, but Odubel did the right thing because he had to make sure the ball wasn't going to get caught. So that's why Bohm scored so easy. And then Odubel, wait, look, he's right there, waiting, unsure, going back, and got to start again.
Thankfully, that ball carried him like it did.
Yes, it did.
Absolutely incredible. That's exactly what you do with a hanger. Gene thought he got it.
He did think he got it. Oh, thank God thank God she got at least the first. Dugout's waiting. They know one's in.
Look at Joe.
Come
He's
on.
like, come on, Odubel.
Come on. Okay, here he comes. Beautiful. 2 runs. Or 3 runs, excuse me, score. As the Phillies erase a 2-run deficit here in the 10th inning. Our Chevrolet player of the game, Gene Segura, a 2-run walk-off RBI single is how they scored it, but he crushed it. Phillies win back-to-back walk-offs here at Citizens Bank Park. Woo. Gene Segura joins us. Gene, congratulations. Way to hit that hanging breaking ball.
Well, when you guys got guys in the scoring position like that, just trying, elevate the ball and tie the game. And I hang that pitch right here I was waiting for and make it pay.
That's a good point. A hanging pitch, just try to tie the game. This is going to be a soft. See, you got it easy. You got it easy.
Oh, that's just cool. Pegando ahí con esa bola en la pared.
It's a good point, though, Gene. What did you say?
He said it off the wall. He sees you been running.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's tying
Whoa! Jose Alvarado has made it a little chillier for Gene Segura.
Damn!
Yeah. Hopefully the microphone has survived as you cool yourself off there a little bit.
Can you guys hear me or not?
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. It's a little bit of a buzz. So the objective is tie the game there, but obviously you win the game there.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, pretty good at bat. Like Bomer, Wheeler, throw the ball really well today. Keep us in the game. I guess we're winning this game. I mean, and that's all about it. Winning the baseball game, and that's what we're here for.
Gene, Zach Wheeler was so good today. How much fun is it to play defense behind him?
Not only to play defense, seeing him every time he's stepping him out. His stuff was really, really good. His sinker, breaking ball, slider. I mean, it's just tough guy to face. I'm being honest.
The emotion these last couple of days. How much does this make baseball great when two games like this happen for a ball club?
Well, thanks to Rookie.
Yeah.
He's bringing us off. Yesterday was type of one of those games that we needed. We don't be able to win in games like that all year long. And Lukey come yesterday and get that walk off. I think it's giving us some momentum to play a little better.
Well, Gene, we appreciate you spending some time with us, getting cooled off like you have been. And we're glad that you were hot there in that 10th inning. So thanks for joining us.
And thank you, guys. I'm dedicated. I woke up to my beautiful family and my beautiful wife over there that was here. They saw homestand, and I just wanted to mention that. Thank you, guys.
How awesome is that?
Awesome.
How awesome
That's
is that?
pretty good. I can't wait to see them.
Well, go enjoy your family. Enjoy your off day.
All right. Thank you.
Gene Segura, our guest. I love the fact that he was that to point with Odubel.
Unbelievable.
Took the breaking ball, looking to tie it at least, and guess what? He won it. Odubel scores the winning run. Segura says, come on, guys, let's play. And what you get at the end? a lot of cold water. Couple times anyway. 4-3 the final score.